If you've been eager to see more of Ori's developer's action RPG called No Rest for the Wicked, you're in luck as the studio has announced a showcase for March 1st. In case you missed it, No Rest for the Wicked is a fantasy action RPG set in the kingdom of Isla Sakura, where a plague has unleashed monsters and a power struggle. Players can fight solo or in co-op using various weapons and skills. IGN has released a 8-minute look at combat which shows a player being pelted by hard rain and fighting against foe after foe, equipped with a sword and board. The visuals are quite different from the realistic fantasy visuals of Diablo 4, instead it shows a much softer animated style which is still super detailed. But we also get to see a boss fight, a large skeletal figure swings around its multiple limbs at the player, and they do their best to dodge, roll and use fire to burn this abomination called Warwick the Torn. We look forward to learning more about the skills, weapons and more in the upcoming deep dive on March 1st. No Rest for the Wicked is set to release into early access first on PC in Q1 of 2024. For more on this news or any news mentioned in this video today, the link is in the description below. The sunny Souls-like Enotria The Last Song has been announced by the developer Jimmy Games to be launching on June 21st, 2024. Along with the announcement was a release date trailer showing what a summer Souls-like will bring to the table with its unique Italian folklore setting. The trailer not only showcases its stunning visuals and what I think is going to be one heck of a soundtrack. In case you missed it, Enotria The Last Song is a AA+ game about great pageantry adorning different masks gained from defeating foes. Playing as the maskless one, you're the only one who can determine your destiny. The title features expandable playstyles where you can adopt further talents through the path of the innovators. These talents slot into the masks to create custom builds, encompassing theory crafting and making swapping playstyles less of a chore. Enotria The Last Song will be coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC via Steam and Epic Games. Rumour has it Capcom could be readying to release a demo for the upcoming action RPG Dragon's Dogma 2. With the launch of Dragon's Dogma 2 just over a month away, the studio has been releasing trailers focusing on each of the locations available in the sequel. But changes on Steam might have indicated we could be seeing a demo sometime soon. According to the change list on SteamDB, it sets the billing type as a free on demand for one of its listings. This could indicate that the demo is in the works. The Steam page was recently updated to add a new package type. While the package type details don't really indicate what the unknown app is, it has led fans to believe Capcom could be on the cusp of releasing a demo. Dragon's Dogma 2 has received a playable preview in the past for press, including our own hands-on experience. You can go check that out on the channel, so it wouldn't be too inconceivable to have a limited demo at some point. Of course, until we hear a confirmation from Capcom, take it with a pinch of salt. The excitement for the upcoming second entry has been building as the studio has been unveiling new information about vocations, including the brand new vocation, the Warfarer. Be sure to drop by our wiki as we will have everything you need to know about vocations, weapons and builds and much more. Dragon's Dogma 2 will be coming to platforms PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S on March 22nd, 2024. A new trailer for Sandland this week gives players an overview of the setting for the beautiful RPG based on Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama's manga. The trailer introduces a world where the resource of water is overbearingly controlled by a king. In order to restore balance to the world, a trio of misfits, led by Beelzebub, will fight to make things right again, embarking on an adventure to search for the epic spring. The action RPG will pack a punch as Beelzebub is a fast-paced fighter with a number of skills to take on. He has access to both light and heavy attacks which you can chain together, teaming up with Thief and Rao, who can assist in fights as well as lend their advice during your travels. As the game's main theme is about scarcity of water, there are even water mechanics involving Beelzebub's water bottle. If full, the bottle can help replenish his health. Developer ILCA showed off some of the vehicles players will get to use in the game. These aren't just modes of transport by the way, but they can be used in battle. Upgrading skills for your friends such as Thief and Rao will come in handy. Rao can even ride in the tank to help fire at foes. Making Spino your home will take some effort, but it's the perfect place to put down some roots. Here you can build your own base. Sandland will be coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series and PC on April 26. This week was the launch of the full version of the action RPG Last Epoch. Developer 11th Hour Games released a massive patch notes for 1.0, 32 pages in fact. The main highlights include 2 new masteries, the Falconer and Warlock. There is also a new system called Item Factions, which add 2 new factions, giving an exclusive way for players to trade and hunt down items. The game also launched with a full offline mode and also introduced new skills. An overview trailer took a look at a few of these skills, including the new Primalist skill Gathering Storm, which rains down bolts of lightning. Also a redesigned Tempest Strike, which has elements of wind, frost and thunder. New items arrived with 1.0, including the Falcon Fists and Spine of Malatros. Falcon Fists turn the player's attacks into melee hits that explode on impact, while the Spine of Malatros turns the Chthonic Fissures into fiery flame whips which leave ruin in their wake, and it looks pretty awesome by the way. If you want to know everything about Last Epoch 1.0, be sure to check out our video which covers all the vital info about the full game, so check that out on our channel. Upcoming Rise of the Ronin will have plenty of ways to explore the world, including horseback, swimming, gliding, to name a few, which are showcased in the latest trailer. In part of a series of showcases for the game, the new trailer shows just how varied exploration is and shows more of the open world, plus a little bit of the combat. Want to swim through rivers? Check. Want to glide effortlessly through villages? Check. Want to pick up cats for a cuddle? Check. As we get closer to the March release date for the game, Team Ninja are ramping up the promos, showing what's in store. We have a quick look at exploration. Getting around in 19th century Japan doesn't need to be boring. Simply leap from high areas using the fancy bird glider called the avicula. For a more traditional way to get around, opt for the horse. It will provide speed and a more scenic look at your surroundings. Of course, the grappling rope will help whisk you overhead through boat villages and up more rocky areas. The next part of the video also took a look at the different locations, including Edo, today known as Tokyo, Kyoto and Yokohama. The latter part of the trailer takes a look at gameplay, including roaming through natural areas, playing gliding minigames, archery and sneak attacks. One boss or mini-boss wields a club weapon the size of the protagonist, holding nothing back. You can dodge, roll and lunge at enemies in combat. Don't forget to head over to our newly minted wiki for everything on weapons, armor, builds and much more to prepare yourself for the release of Rise of the Ronin. From Software finally unveiled the long-awaited trailer for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, as well as the release date this week. New details have been released about the upcoming DLC, including being the largest expansion yet by the studio in terms of volume. It revealed the epic boss Mesmer the Impaler and included some very fiery themes. Fans have been eager, and us too, to see more since From Software's initial reveal of a lone image which simply confirmed the expansion's existence. Well, we weren't disappointed because as promised the developer unveiled a 3-minute gameplay video which was glorious. The collaboration between the studio and George R.R. Martin also extends into Shadow of the Erdtree. According to an interview with Eurogamer, Miyazaki shared that it will be based on the original mythos that he penned for the developer. The expansion will have 10 new boss fights, an array of new weapons, magic spells, armor and more. A total of 8 new weapon categories have also been added, which take into account the new weapon types. Of course, a new DLC doesn't just mean more content. From Software games especially like to increase the challenge when it comes to DLCs, and Elden Ring will follow suit. But players will be met with a lot of freedom of approach according to Miyazaki. If you want a full breakdown of the trailer, we have just the thing. Go check out our Shadow of the Erdtree deep dive on our channel. Of course, don't forget to drop by our wiki as we'll be filling it up as the new information releases. There was also a bit more from Software news this week concerning Hidetaki Miyazaki's response about the possible Bloodborne remake. A Bloodborne remake has been a hot topic of contention for some time now, but is From Software boss Hidetaki Miyazaki ready to give fans what they want? Well, not quite yet. He did however discuss the idea of bringing the beloved game to newer gen hardware and its benefit. When asked the question of whether he would be bringing the title to more modern platforms, he neither denied nor confirmed whether this would happen. As in the past, he states that From Software doesn't currently own the IP. This means it's not really his place for when, if or how Bloodborne will get a remake. He did, however, share how happy he was to hear that fans are still passionate about an updated version. He also went on to explain that the game would greatly benefit from gaining more modern hardware, as this gives remakes value, according to him. It also means the game will be able to do things that previous generations of hardware could not do due to their limitations, and he gave the example of render-specific expressions. What do you think about this news? Let us know in the comments below. We want to hear your thoughts about a Bloodborne remake or possible remaster. Well, that's it for the Week in the Wikis. Please join us again next week for yet another great week of gaming. Remember to check out our VIP program for some exclusive supporter benefits. And budding writers should take advantage of our Become an Author initiative. Thanks again for being part of this great community. Keep checking in with us with news, reviews, YouTube streams and vids, and general wiki goodness.